So the 26th is here, and today is going to be a big, big day. Yesterday it was confirmed that Tommy Robinson had been put in jail and charged under the Terrorism Act. Ahead of being sentenced, he sent all of his supporters a final message, of which we will react in today's video. Before we watch and react, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. So here is Tommy Robinson's final message ahead of today.
The world is watching, even more so now. You've just put it out to the entire globe. So, I contacted the court. I said I'm coming back. They know I'm coming back. Why else have I come back? I've come back from a court case. I've come back to stand with you on the 26th. But maybe they don't want me standing outside Parliament with you. Okay? This is your rallying cry. The fight is in our country and the fight is on right now. Add my name to the hundreds of British men and women who have been put away for words on the internet. The tyrants are in power. If not now, then when? You know the decision I made to come back. I'm asking you, if you hadn't booked your train tickets, book your train tickets now. We want Keir Starmer to be looking out that window, because you know the intentions of all of his actions of locking everybody up is to put fear in you. Don't let him win. Don't let him win. Let him be watching live the hundreds of thousands of people who have gathered peacefully with smiles on their faces to send a message to the communist tyrants in power. You will not take our freedom, not without a fight. And I don't mean a physical fight. When you physically fight, you give them everything they want. The world is watching, even more so now. You've just put it out to the entire globe. This is the biggest promo for the 26th of October. I came back a week early because I thought they'd do this. I didn't have to come back till the day before. I come back a week early so you get to watch this video. Get yourself to London. If not just for me, for all the men and women, you get to hear my story. I'm sitting here now. I've got a platform. Do you know how many men are suffering right now in jail? Do you know I get the phone calls from their families of what they're going through? They're getting terrorised on Muslim-dominated wings. He's literally handed over law-abiding, working hard British men and women who are angry with their country. And he's fed them to the wolves. And thank you to you, because I know that last time it's tens of thousands of pounds to get a top KC. And unfortunately, I need a top KC because the other side always put their best guns out. So I hope we win that case, and I hope to be released from prison in the coming days, and I hope to be part of a date of history, the 26th of October. So get outside that jail, make sure that they hear when they phone home.
What did you make of Tommy Robinson getting charged, and will you be in attendance today? Let me know in the comments. In other news, a recent survey by AJ Bell has revealed that 2/3 of Britons are worried about potential tax increases in the upcoming budget. The poll found that 66% of respondents expressed concern over the impact of tax hikes on their personal finances, with a rumoured raid on pension pots being the least popular proposal. Some 28% of those surveyed supported an increase in taxes, while 30% favoured a decrease. The findings come as Chancellor Rachel Reeves prepares to deliver her first budget speech. Notably, restrictions to pension tax relief emerged as one of the least popular measures, garnering support from just 22% of respondents. Capital gains tax hikes received the most backing, with 44% in favour. Dividend tax increases saw 38% support, while 30% approved of raising inheritance tax. Over half, 54% of respondents, backed an increase to the higher rate of income tax. Even more striking, nearly 2/3, 65%, believe those in the additional rate tax bracket should face higher income tax rates. Interestingly, a wealth tax on personal assets found favour with more than half, 53% of those surveyed. Despite these concerns, 3/4, 74%, of Britons have yet to take steps to prepare for potential tax increases. Of those who have acted, a third, 32%, have utilised ISAs to shelter money from taxation. Tom Selby, Director of Public Policy at AJ Bell, emphasised the unpopularity of restricting pension tax incentives among the British public. He explained, the government should harness that general feeling from the public to commit to a pensions tax lock, delivering stability in the pensions tax system for at least the remainder of this Parliament. Not only would this demonstrate that Labour really is on the side of working people who have saved for the whole of their careers to achieve a good standard of living in retirement, but it could turn much of the recent negative media attention around a pensions tax raid on its head. Labour is unlikely to renege on its workers' triple lock of not increasing income tax, national insurance or VAT, but perhaps this is the clearest indication yet of the extent to which the party has boxed itself in on the most powerful tax levers it could pull to raise money to fund public services. Despite the limited options for raising revenue, Selby pointed out that some measures under consideration do receive public support. He noted, indeed, 44% would be in favour of an increase in capital gains tax, something that appears increasingly likely to feature in the Chancellor's speech next Wednesday. A UK government spokesperson said, "We do not comment on speculation around tax changes outside of fiscal events." Lastly, King Charles has claimed his doctor's orders are halting his lifelong aspiration from becoming a reality. Charles, 75, travelled to Samoa to address his first meeting of the Commonwealth heads of government since becoming king. The King and Queen hosted delegates from the Commonwealth heads of government meeting at the former home of Robert Louis Stevenson in Apia, the Samoan capital. During a speech, King Charles gave a royal health update after being diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. Charles told the 80 guests who had joined him that it remains a lifelong aspiration to visit all 56 Commonwealth countries, although nowadays it seems to be a race against our happily increasing numbers, as well as doctors' orders. In what was the only evening engagement of their 9-day visit to Australia and Samoa, the King and Queen Camilla embraced island life by dressing casually for the event. On the royals' final night in the country, Charles spoke warmly of his affection for the family of nations, saying, "The Commonwealth can surely be a source of hope." He added that while dark clouds gathered, international challenges required international solutions, and that dialogue and discussion was the way to achieve peace. Amid growing calls for reparations for Britain's role in the slave trade, the King appeared to tackle the contentious issue by saying, "None of us can change the past." At the CHOGM opening ceremony, Charles urged world leaders to commit with all our hearts to learning its lessons, while he urged every nation to understand each other's history, to guide us to make the right choices in the future. In a personal and heartfelt address, Charles also revealed how he had come to recognize, through listening to people across the 56 represented nations, how the most painful aspects of our past continue to resonate. In his landmark speech, he said, "As we look around the world and consider its many deeply concerning challenges, let us choose within our Commonwealth family the language of community and respect, and reject the language of division. None of us can change the past, but we can commit with all our hearts to learning its lessons and to finding creative ways to right inequalities that endure." Charles, who has been undergoing weekly treatment for cancer after being diagnosed in February, also assured those gathered that he would continue his duties in representing them for as long as he is able. He added, "For my part, I can assure you today that for however many years God grants me, I will join you and the people of the Commonwealth on every step of this journey. Let us learn from the lessons of the past. Let us be proud of who we are today, and together let us forge a future of harmony with nature, and between ourselves that our children and our grandchildren deserve." What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.